National Master Glenn Beatty. Unapologetically Black Chess. Secrets relevant. Dope, powerful, innovative thought. Substance positions. Authentic querying. Global cultural. Black excellence. Free online chess lessons. Children chess. The Black Chess Authority. Philadelphia. STEMafterschools.info. Hi, I am with my son Ayo.
Hello.
And this is a recording of the lesson that we had last night. There was two different group levels in there. There was the complete beginner and there was the advanced beginner. So to correct that, what we're going to do is next week we're going to have two rooms. There will be a room for the complete beginner and there will be a room for the advanced beginner. So that should take care of that. What? No, don't you think so, Ayo?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And also, we are asking you to support our Facebook group, Black Homeschool Chess/Coding. Please go there and comment on the lessons you had and tell your friends about it and tell your family members. We have 97 people that have subscribed to our group. We would like to get it up, those numbers up, and we need your support in that way. Finally, we will see you next week, and we hope you have a good evening and good night, good luck, good chess. Bye-bye.
Oh, come on.
But
Apologies, Melissa.
So, hello, how's everyone? I'm going to ask you to mute yourselves as we start the meeting. When we start the lesson. Oh my, it's so great to see everyone here. All right, so while we're waiting for people, I'm gonna introduce myself, and I want you guys to look at the chat. Is your chat box open? Because there are a couple questions in the chat that I'd like you to answer while we're waiting for other people to join. So I want to sort of know where you're Zooming from, either state or city, and what you hope to learn, and also what level do you think you're at. So if you can put that, in the chat, hi, that would be great. And we can sort of cycle through and see who's here and have a nice community that's joining us tonight. I don't see anyone answering yet, but I'll wait as you type that into, Delaware. Okay, Donnie's from Delaware. Georgia, level 3. Houston, that's great. That's great. Let me tell you who you're talking to right now. So
I'm from Delaware.
You're from Delaware. My name is Belynda Beatty, and I happen to have the pleasure of having a brother who owns this lesson and this chess school. His name is Glenn Beatty, and we played chess when we were your age. And I used to be able to beat him, but I can no longer. Oh, Phoenix is in the room. And Texas. Oh, wow. Longview, Texas. Houston, Arizona. Great. So let me just give you a sense of how these lessons are going to go. So the lessons are going to be about 45 minutes. So not too long, about 45 minutes. It's going to be a total of 10 weeks. You're going to learn so much in these 10 weeks. And there'll be tournaments in between. So those of you who, I see there's a level 1, a level 3. So depending on your level, you'll be paired up with people who can literally level 2, who literally will help you learn more and will also, hi, Jonna, you okay?
I have a question.
Sure.
What does level mean?
So I wasn't expecting level 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was expecting beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So it's up to you how you think about it. If you don't know anything about the pieces, then I would say you're a beginner, right?
Well, I know some things. I've been trying to beat my dad several times because he's extremely good in my opinion. But I guess it depends. Maybe a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, or mid-level, you might want to say, like you know how to play the game, you know how the pieces work. You may have won a game, 1 or 2 games, which would be good.
Actually, I've beat everyone who are learning to play just then or who do know how to play. So
Excellent.
The only person I haven't beaten yet is my dad.
Okay, well, I think you're going to be able to beat your dad at the end of these lessons.
Yeah, he said he's not playing with me anymore after these lessons.
I'm sure. I did want to tell everyone that the lessons are being recorded. So if you don't want to be recorded, you can turn off your video. If you don't want your name to be shown, you can put your state. That might work. I don't know if everybody knows how to do that, but there are 3 little dots right by your picture, and it allows you to put your name, put your state, or some other information instead of your name. That's fine. And that's totally up to you. But these lessons will be recorded because they'll be on the Facebook page, so you can go back and see what's been taught. And also, if you have any questions at the end of the lessons, you'll be able to see the answers to your questions. If we don't get to it, you'll be able to go to the Facebook page and see the answers to your questions. Glenn will always be available to you. You can email him, you can send him a Facebook, kind of chat on Facebook. If you're playing and you have some questions, try to check in with him. I did want to just quickly say why chess. So I'm excited about chess. I love chess. So I learned chess to be strategic. I wanted to learn how, as you say, Jonna, to really be able to beat people and to learn how to strategically think about how you beat someone, right? And when I learned at your age, what I learned about chess is that you play chess the way you play your life. So if you're shy and sort of, hold back, you might find that your chess game would look the same way. If you're an aggressive person, you're very aggressive, you want to win, you're very strong, you want to just, destroy someone, you will play chess very aggressively. And so you learn a lot about yourself as you're learning about the game, which I think is very exciting. And when I was your age, I was very excited about it. I'm an old lady now.
You don't look old. You look very pretty and young.
Thank you, sweetheart. You can come to Boston anytime. So you should know that I'm in Boston. My brother, Glenn, who is your teacher, is in Philadelphia, but I am in Boston, and we grew up in Philadelphia and played in the Philadelphia school systems for years. So that's a really good transition to me introducing Glenn. He is my older brother, so he looks much older than me, doesn't he?
Thanks a lot, Belynda. Thanks. I would like. Oh, you're not finished. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. He has played for the Air Force. He is a master chess player. He's been teaching people your age, and he's taught all levels of chess over the last 40 years, if you can believe it or not. I used to be able to beat him, and I used to be able to beat him till he cried. So I cannot beat him now, and that's okay. But I'm very proud and very, very happy to be here to introduce him and to meet everyone that's in this class today. So Alabama, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Who else is in here? Longhorn, Texas. Very good. So we have a really good representation. We're from Massachusetts, so we even have people that are from Massachusetts. I'm in Boston, so it's good to see my fellow folks. So I'm going to hand this over to Glenn, and you can take it away from here, Glenn.
Okay. And welcome everyone to this chess class, and we are going to have a lot of fun. I would like to introduce my son, first of all. This is Io, and he is my technical difficulties expert. So I am a Zoom noob. I don't know much about Zoom, so Io's here to help me when I have any problems, okay? We are going to learn chess, and we are going to learn how to win at chess, okay? We're going to start from the very beginning. We're going to start how the pieces move. And then as we progress week to week, we are going to learn some tactics, strategies, and how to make your opponent cry. Okay. No, we not. We don't want to. We don't want to make them cry. We just want to crush them. We don't want to crush. We would. No, we just want to win at chess, and we want to be graceful as we win. Okay. We got to be graceful as we win. Yes. Anybody have a question? Anybody have a question? If you have a question, you can either put it in the chat. You can raise your hand. And the first thing I wanted to look at is a 2D board, okay? And this board is going to have all the pieces on it. And we are going to learn how to set the board up correctly at first, okay?
So today they're probably going to just do stuff that you totally already know.
What's that again? I'm sorry. Was it someone said? Someone had a question? So is that Kelvin? Has Kelvin had a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we are going to start from the beginning because there are some people here that might have questions on how the pieces move. So we will start there, but we are going to move rapidly throughout the course, okay? Okay, yes, this is Jonah.
I just wanted to know how long they were going to take so I could have an idea.
How long what is going to take, Jonah?
Each class would take.
Each class is 45 minutes long.
Okay.
Yeah, each class is 45 minutes long, and try to stay the entire 45 minutes, because you will learn a lot. So when we start playing in tournaments, you'll be very confident about your abilities to win the game, okay? So I am going to tell you just a little about me first before I start. I am a United States Chess Federation master. I have beaten grandmasters, and also I have beaten international masters. I have played for the Air Force chess team, and I just love to teach children chess. It is a passion of mine, okay? So you guys are in good hands with me as your teacher. So let me share this board with you right away. I'm going to share this board, and this is from a chess program. So Iowa is helping me over here.
I see that Vaughn's hand is up, Glenn.
Yes, Vaughn, you want to ask a question?
What about chess.com?
Chess.com is a good site. There are a number of sites to play on, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a number. And we have ICC, we have chess.com, we have ChessBase. So there are a number of sites that you can play chess on. We are going to organize our own tournaments so that I can review your game to see your weak points and see your strong points. Okay, so I gotta help you like that. Now, starting from the very beginning. Okay, how to set up the chessboard, and I have seen this wrong in Facebook ads. So it is important that the black square. You see the black square. Everybody can see my screen. First of all, can everybody see the screen I'm sharing at the moment?
Yes.
Everybody can see. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, great.
Yes.
So the black square is always on the left-hand side. This square right here, always. If you have the white square on the left-hand side, the board is set up incorrectly. Okay, so remember, the black square is always on the left-hand side. That is very important. And I'm going to go through these lessons quickly because I think Most people here know how to play chess, right? No, isn't that true? Most people here know how to play chess.
We
I
are
think
I did.
complete beginners.
complete beginners. That's all right. We're going to start from complete beginners. That's where we starting from. So we are not going to leave anyone behind. Okay, that's number one. Now, this is what? This is called a pawn, right? The pawn is worth how many points? Put it in chat. Put it in chat. How many points a pawn is worth? Just write it in chat. Everyone should know this if you know how to play, right? Oh, chat. I got 5 people that answer. My son has helped me point this out. The pawn is 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Excellent. The pawn is worth 1 point. Very good. Okay. So the pawn captures, let me move this pawn one square. The pawn captures on a slant or a diagonal. We said slant is fine. That's how the pawn captures. Okay. So on the first move, a pawn can move 1 or 2 squares. After he moved 2 squares, he can only move 1 square. So if he moved here, thereafter, this pawn can only move 1 square. Okay. So let's just look at a capture. For our very beginners, we can look at capturing a piece. He moved here, and if he moved here, I could take you. Okay. And now you want to eat everything in chess. You want to eat everything. If a person give you a piece, that is one of the first rules you have to know. You have to realize you want to take pieces. You know, that's just the basic rule of chess. Okay. The first rule, you want to take pieces. And it sounds simple, right? But there are a lot of beginners that miss pieces that are hanging. We say hanging, or pieces you could capture. There are a lot of beginners that miss those type of basic tactics. Okay, so this pawn move here. Let's say this pawn moved here. Okay, now I'm going to go over this pawn queening. It is called promotion. I'm not going to make, now black is just making random moves. Okay, he's not making the best move because I'm just want to show up. I want to show this. Okay, now when a pawn reaches this square, he can become what? Put it in the chat. When the pawn reaches this square, what can he become? He travel all the way down the board. Put it in the chat. Where's the chat at? Right here. Let's see. He can become anything. He can become anything. Great. Now, he can't become a king. He can't become a king. He can become any piece besides a king and a pawn. He can't become what he is, right? He can't. But this is called promotion. Okay, see, he can become a queen, rook, bishop, or knight. Okay, and so the queen is 9 points, the most powerful. Rook 5 points, bishop 3, knight 3. Okay. So let's promote to a queen, and now the pawn turned to a queen. Go back and I'll promote him again, and we'll pick a rook. And now he's a rook, okay? Now, this is called under promotion. Let's say we pick a bishop. Okay, that's called under promotion. And there are times in the game where you want to under promote. But the majority of times we want what? The most powerful piece, which is the queen, which is the lady. Sorry, guys. I know y'all guys saying, what? Why can't the king be the most powerful? Well, the king is the most important piece, but the queen is the most powerful piece in chess. Okay. So we go here and we can ask for a knight. Okay, now let's go back. Now I'm going to talk about a very tricky move in chess. I want to see if everybody know this move. And okay, let's say king moved here and he moved here. And the only reason why I am discussing this move is because I think we have advanced players with us. I think we got players that can understand this or probably even know it already. Let's say this pawn move here. Can the white pawn capture the black pawn? Put it in the chat. Let me have. Yes. Put it in the chat. Can the white pawn capture the black pawn? No. Somebody said no. Somebody else answer. Let somebody else answer. Can the white pawn capture the black pawn? Yes. Someone said, yeah, okay. Sarah said yes. And where are you, Belynda?
I know the move.
I'm right here.
Okay. I need your help with the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, this way I could concentrate on the position if you would kind of help me
Sure,
out with the chat.
sure. No problem.
So,
Move. I know the move.
what's that again?
I know the move.
What is the move?
But
Excellent. No, excellent. You want to say it again?
passant.
En passant. Very good. Excellent. En passant means what? Very good. En passant means what?
French for capture.
It's what? It means
French for capture.
it's a French word and it means in passing, right? In passing, en passant, to capture. So we can take that pawn. And that's a special move you have to know in chess, okay? It's a special move that there are a lot of beginners that do not know that move. So, okay.
Can I ask you a question, Glenn?
Yes, please.
So was it Black's move that moved there on the white on what's that? D, what is that?
D5.
D5. So,
Okay, Black, go ahead.
okay, so Black moved to E5.
Black moved to D5.
D5.
Yeah.
How does en passant? Because if white can only capture on the diagonal, at what point does it make it possible to capture when it's right next to it?
Excellent question. This pawn, okay, we didn't talk about ranks and files, but we got to go into it, okay? This is the 5th rank. This is called the 5th rank. Okay, this is what rank is this, y'all guys? Someone tell me what rank is this? The 1st rank, this is what?
Second.
2nd rank, what is this? 3rd rank, 4th rank, and the 5th rank.
4th rank.
Okay, so the pawn's on the 5th rank, and if the black pawn is on the 7th rank, his beginning rank, if he moves 1, 2, because the pawn really can only move 1 square at a time. No, isn't that true?
Yes.
Is that true or not? That's true, right? He only can move 1 square. So this is a superhuman move he's doing. He's doing bang, bang, I'm by you. Nobody, you're not. Because I can get you. Okay.
But why doesn't the pawn take on the actual white square? Why does it take on the diagonal?
Oh, that's a very good question, Belynda. Because this pawn, we say the area of control. I don't want to get too technical here, okay? So what we say, we just say, where do the pawn control? What square does he control? He controlled this square, right? Because he captured diagonal, what's on a slant. He controlled this square and this square. Those are the 2 squares he controlled. So if you play here, I can capture you, right? So if you try to be slick, I'm just gonna go by you. No, it doesn't work that way, buddy. I can still capture you because you went by the area that I control. Do that make sense to everyone? And listen, you don't have to understand en passant right away because as you play, you will use it. You'll see other people use it. So don't get stuck on en passant. Please don't get stuck on that, okay? So let's move on. We're not going to spend much time on en passant. As you play, you will see it be, you will see it being played, and then you'll learn how to play it, okay? One more rule on en passant. I just had to give you this rule. If he move here, and if I move here, I can't play en passant the next move. The computer won't allow it because it's not legal. So you have the option to do it as soon as he make his move 2 squares. Okay, if you don't do it right then, you can't do it the next move. Okay, so let's go to the next diagram. I don't want to get stuck on that. Okay, let's talk about bishop. Anybody know how the bishop moved and what's the value? Yes, and the bishop move how?
Diagonal.
Yes, and what's the value of the bishop? How many points is the bishop worth?
3.
The bishop is worth 3 points. The bishop moved, so I could take. And remember, in chess, we capture, we don't jump. Like if we're playing checkers, if this was a king, he would go, he would jump there and take it, right? But chess, we land on the same square the piece is on. Okay? And then he can take, and he can capture. And the bishop worth 3 points. Bishop is very easy, right? He just moved on a slant. And we have a light square. Look, we have a light square bishop. He had to stay on this light diagonal, and a dark square bishop. One thing, as you get better, you have to know about the bishops they operate in pairs. So if you have one bishop on the board, he isn't as strong as having two bishops on the board. So as you start to understand tactics, as we go through different tactical exercises, you'll learn that, listen, I want to keep a two bishop advantage, what we say. One bishop is blind, partially blind, because he can't see out one eye, because he can only see on whichever color he's on. But if you have two, then you can see on the dark squares and the light squares. And that is a very simple concept, but it's very, very important to know at this stage. And you build upon it. You have to know it now. You know it now, and you'll get better at chess a lot quicker. Okay, so just remember, there is a thing called the two bishops advantage. Okay, let's go here. Anybody know what this piece is called? What is this piece called?
Rook.
Okay, rook, and what's the value of it? What's the value of the rook? How many people we got? We got 17 participants. I am so excited. That's so cool. That is really cool. What's that? Somebody want to get in? Oh, here you go. I was giving me the rook five. Okay, we got people that know. Okay, very good, very good. So we got the rook is excellent. We got the rook is 5 points, and the rook moved from side to side and up and down. So we could take here, and this rook can go this way. You can go one square if you want to, or you can jump. I should slide all the way down here and take that pawn, and the king is in check. And we'll talk about check in this lesson also. So that's about the rook, okay? Let's move on. Let's talk about my favorite piece. This is my favorite piece. I love my
favorite piece.
That's your favorite? Who loved the knight? Who loved a horse? Who loved the horse? Come on, everybody like a horse. Everybody like. Why? Listen, the horse is so tricky. The knight is tricky. He can jump over pieces. He's the only piece that can jump over a piece. That's what makes him so cool. And that's what makes him so tricky. A knight will give you headaches trying to keep track of. You gotta keep track of chess pieces. That's the whole idea, right? That's what makes chess so fun, because it's a game where you have to see what's coming before it's come, right? That's what chess is about. You have to analyze, and you have to see what's coming before it's come. And that is the challenge of chess, because someone trying to do something to you, but you have to know what he's thinking about. So basically, you got to get in his head, okay, through the chessboard. You got to get in his head, and then you got to counter what he's trying to do. And that's not an easy thing to do. And that's why smart children like chess, because they like to think. Okay, they need a challenge, and chess is the ultimate challenge for you. Okay, so let's talk about the knight since I go off on my little rant. Okay, the knight, right? The knight moving an L shape. 1, 2, 1. You see the L? Now, the reason why I put this diagram here is because from this position, this knight can move to all these squares. And a knight move, when you connect them, a knight moves circular. A knight is really a circular movement piece. And it is a concept that you will get as you play. But now it might be a little fuzzy, right? But remember, a knight moves circular. And plus the knight always change colors. He's on the white, he's on the black. Is his move. He's on the black, he's on the white. He's on the white, he's on the black. He's on the black, he's on the white. It's his move. He's on the white. Who move is it? His move, right? Okay. Yeah. So nice diagonal. We're gonna learn a lot of, we are gonna learn a lot of and we're gonna learn a lot of interesting positions. Like this is a nice diagonal. You'll learn it's very strong. We're gonna do a lot of tactics that teach you how to use these type of situations. So yeah, but the knight is worth 3 points. And remember, the knight is not an easy piece to understand. The knight job during the beginning of the game, y'all guys, is to what? What is the knight job during the beginning of the game? Let me have the more advanced players answer this. What is the knight job during the beginning of the game? Think. What's the
Watching.
knight? What's that?
Watching.
Watching. I guess they all watch. That's true. What is the knight job during the beginning of the game? Yes.
Chi.
Yes.
My name is Che.
Che, sorry.
Yes.
To protect the king.
Excellent. Excellent. What you doing? No, bro, my son throwing the phone around. Excellent. Now my son is 11 years old, so I wish he put his chair because he's taller than that. I don't know what he acting like he's 2 years old. He wanted he's pretty tall. So yes, the night job is to protect. Very good, very very good. That's yes. I'm sorry. You want to call on someone?
And
Belynda?
Aden, is it Aden? Do you have you have your hands raised?
Any question?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to. Okay.
Sure.
We're back.
So, how long does it take to learn chess?
We're going to go, well, we are going to teach a very in-depth course in 10 weeks. So that is 10 hours. Okay, by the time those 10 hours, you should be able to play a game of chess and you should know checkmate, how to win, and you will still be a beginner, okay? But you will know checkmate, you'll know a lot of traps, and you'll be able to beat any beginner you come up against within those 10 hours. You'll be able to beat any beginner. Hands down. Hands down, it'll be easy.
They think you're
Okay.
scared of with the 10 hours. It's not going to be 10 hours in one day.
No, it's going to be 45 minutes a week. So that's really less than 10 hours. It's going to be 45 minutes each week. Okay.
And some weeks there will be tournaments so that those people who are at the beginner level will play with each other, and intermediate will play together, and advanced will play together. So we'll start the tournaments in about 3 weeks. So these lessons are going to move relatively quickly so that, you know, you'll finish learning the pieces, and then next week there'll be some more pieces, but then you will have tournaments starting in the 3rd week.
Okay.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do we have any more questions? Okay, let's move on. Yes, yes. Calvin?
You see the one on the screen? You see the one right next to the knight?
What this piece here?
Is that the king or queen?
Yes, this is the king. Yeah, we're gonna learn about the king. The king have a cross. Okay, the queen wears a crown. Okay, so let's continue with this because I have like 10 lessons to get finished, and we got 15 more minutes, like 14 more minutes. So I'd like to get finished all these lessons. Okay, this is the queen. The queen is the most powerful piece on the board. She is the star. The queen is the star of chess. I know. I would like the king to be the star, but as it is, the queen is the most powerful piece. Her job is really to attack. She is an attacker. Yes, she's not, yes. Yes.
And the king is the most weakest piece on the.
No, you got to tell everybody that.
It's very true. So true.
Let's keep it a secret. You got to tell everybody that.
It's not a secret.
You got to tell everybody that.
Just know the king is the weakest.
Just like life.
Whoa. We getting too deep here.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody the king the weakest. We're not going to talk like that. We're going to talk. Okay, we ain't going to say. Now, so the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. The queen can move from side to side. She can move up and down, and she can move diagonal. Now, what gives her power is her scope of movement. You see how far she can, move? She covers a lot of territory.
Yes.
So she is the most dangerous attacker on the board by far. Okay, the queen can defend, but her primary job is to go get you. That's the queen's primary job, to go attack the king. Okay, because it's all about checkmate, right? When we start, we learn the value of the pieces. We learn how the pieces move. As we progress, we learn what's really important, what's really valuable. But now, we're just learning the pieces, names, how they look, and their value. Okay, so you see the queen have a crown, and see the king have a plus or a cross. Okay, so that's the queen, the most powerful. The next, those arrows. something wrong with these arrows. Something wrong. This must be a misprint. Why
Just magnifying the truth.
why is this? This is the king I'm looking at, but why oh, this guy can only go one square in any direction. This is not
He's
good.
the most vulnerable.
This is not good. It's not good. But it's not good. He only go one. But listen, fellows, we listen, fellows. Don't worry about it. But the king really is a weak piece. Okay, but as we learn, you're gonna learn the king can become strong. As we go deeper into this, you'll learn that the king can become strong. So this is our little king. He has 0 value. 0, literally 0. A big 0. We got 7 people saying something in chat. What did they say? Let me see. Tee-hee, me too. Oof, no. Okay, me too. Can we also have the lessons video for reviewing during the week?
Yeah, Glenn,
yes.
I'm capturing all the chats, and so I know you want to go through the lesson.
Okay, you monitor them all?
Mhm,
Okay,
yeah.
great. So I got my sister Belynda. Thank you, Belynda. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let me leave that king alone, because that's hurt feelings. Let me go here. Let's talk about castling. I got this little thing running around. Let's talk about to protect the king, you castle. Okay, so the castle, we got king side and queen side. This is the king side of the board. From here, from the E, this is the E file. Next time you'll see the, I'll put up a diagram with the algebraic notations on it, okay? But yeah, plus we'll learn algebraic notation. Okay, this is the E file. Files are up and down. This is the E file. This is the F file, G file, and H file. All of this from here, all of this side of the board is called the king side. The king side castle, you go 1, 2, and jump. Remember, it's 1, 2, and jump. Okay, this is called short castle. King side, 1, 2, jump, short castle. Long castle, 1, 2, you still go 2, but it's a long jump. Yeah, but it's a long jump with the rook, okay? So remember, it's always 1, 2, and jump for king side. And for queen side, it's still 1, 2. The difference is it's a long jump. And also what I wanted you to notice is that 1, 2, 3 squares are empty. On the king side, there's only 2 squares empty. So we write them differently. On the queen side, when we write it, we write 000. We'll get to that. On the king side, when we write it, we write 00. Long side and short side castle. Okay, so there's certain times you can't castle. I think this next one, this talk about check.
Just a question, Glenn.
Yes.
So the king can either, what is that move called again?
Castling.
The king can castle either on his side or on the queen's side.
Correct.
One is called short, one is called long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah. And why, and what's the purpose of castling? Anyone know? Put it in chat. What's the purpose of castling? Why would you castle?
To protect the king.
Yes.
Because he is weak and he needs
Oh
help
my
all the
God, I
time.
was just about to say
Stop
that.
saying the king weak. Oh, come on,
And
y'all
needs-
guys.
and needs a- and
Stop
needs a-
saying
and needs a whole movie.
Oh my God, I was about to say that.
stop saying the king weak. Come on, y'all guys. Let's leave that alone. The king, no, we cancel, of course, the king is, but you're 100%, you're 100% right. The king needs to be protected at all times. So that's why we cancel, but we're gonna leave that alone because we don't want to get our feelings hurt, us guys. So, okay, let's talk about check. What is check? Anybody know what check is? Yes.
To make the king move or to protect him.
Not quite. What is check? Not quite. What is check? Yes.
Can you win? Or
No.
Um,
Belynda, you can call on people that you see.
Okay, so I see, who else has their hand up?
You
Okay,
see
I have
Chi?
two, Adam and Chi.
You see Chi?
Yeah, I see. Che, you want to say it? You want to answer the question? Che?
Yes. Check is when you have your king and like you have your the king is in danger.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. That's exactly what it is. Very good. Excellent. Check is when the king is in danger. That's exactly what it is. So if the bishop move here, the king is in check. He's in danger. It's a warning. I'm threatening to take the king. You can never take the king off the board, but it's a threat. Okay. So that's a check. Now, let me go back to this position. Where is another check? Someone show me where another check at.
The horse.
Where? The horse where?
The white horse.
Where? Here?
No.
Here?
The Browns. No.
Here?
Yes, right there.
Yeah, that's a check. Very good. Excellent. Of course, the knight is threatening 1-2-1 to take the king. And the king must answer all checks. You just can't do anything.
Why not?
So when someone check you, you have to answer the check. You just can't say, let me go move my piece over here. No, your king is about to be taken. Your king is in danger. So you can move here, sit up. That's moving out of check. You can move here, or you can move here, right? You just have to find a way to get out of check. Or you can take the piece that's checking you.
Have a
But you can't.
question, Glenn.
Yes.
Can you actually take a king?
No.
Okay.
So
So
that's
you cannot
yeah.
actually take it. So
You
when
can never
say
take
you have to answer a check, it means you have to move out of check,
You have to move out of check, or you got to take the piece that's checking you,
or you take the piece. I got it.
or you block check. But you can never block a knight check, can you? Think about it.
No, you can't.
That's what makes a knight so dangerous. That's why the knight is tricky. You can never block. When the knight's checking you, you can't block it. Why? Why can't you block a knight check? Anybody know?
Because the knight can go over the pieces.
Yes, the knight jumps.
I might get hurt by a knight.
The knight jumps. It's a horse. So you can't block a knight check. That's why knights are both very dangerous, because you can't block it. You can't block a knight. You can block a bishop check, a rook check, a queen check, a pawn check. No, you can't block a pawn check. No. Yeah, you can block any other people. You can't block. Yes, but you can't block a knight check.
One time I saw an
Okay, now let me ask you one last question in this position. Where else can this bishop check the king? On what other square?
The white one at the very end of the board. If you go to the right.
Good. That's h5. Bishop to h5, and that's a check because the bishop is threatening to take the king, and the king must respond. He can play here. He can't play there. The computer not gonna let you play there. That's not legal. You can play here, but here. Okay, so let's move on. We got 5 more lessons, and we have 4 more minutes. We will not complete our lessons. Okay, let's go to this one. And I made the screen big. Can y'all guys still see me? I'll make the screen so
Yes,
big.
we can see you well.
You can see me? Okay, great. I made this. So let's say this position. How can white check the black king? How can white check the black king? It's white to move. So you want to use your queen to check this king. Stop, Einstein. Shy?
Well, you could just move the white queen forward till it gets to the black pawn, but then it'll get taken by the black queen.
Yeah, so that's that. Well, no, we don't want to do that, right?
No.
So, what is a way that the white queen can attack this king or check this king? I'm not going to spend much more time. I'm going to show you diagonal, stay on the check. See, that's a check. Okay, let's move on. I'm trying to get finished this. What? Go ahead, you can let the cat in. Okay, so okay, this is a check, right? Okay, let's move on. And okay, this is a puzzle. Y'all guys ready for your first puzzle? Your first puzzle. As soon as you let me have checkmate in one. White to move. We haven't even talked about what checkmate is, but let me show you what. Yes, where's checkmate in one? Where's checkmate in one? But
So,
let me say what checkmate is first. Okay, okay. This is checkmate because we didn't. Okay, checkmate is when the king is in check, right? See, I feel I need to take the king, and the king cannot take my queen because he'll be in check with the knight. The king can't move here, he's still in check. You see? He can't move there, he's still in check. He's still in check. He's still in check. And he can't run all the way over here because you're cheating. So stop it. Stop cheating. People won't let you cheat. Okay. So this is checkmate. The game is over. Go get a big boy burger or milkshakes, whatever. Yeah, but this is a game, right? That's checkmate. Now let's look at this one. Okay, white to move checkmate in the next move. The next move is checkmate. We have
Make your rook go the one below the black pawn.
no. It's white to move. White to move.
Yeah, move the white. I meant the knight. Move the white
Okay.
knight below the black pawn.
Excellent. Knight to G6. Very good. That's checkmate. Why can't the king move here?
Because the white bishop is
The bishop
in
is
path.
cutting you off. The bishop is controlling that diagonal. And we got 0 more minutes. I'm just gonna go through these fast very quickly. And this is a very famous, this very famous position. But this is what I'm going to teach you how to checkmate with 2 bishops. You are going to learn all the basic checkmates in this class, all of them. So it'll make you very strong in chess. But I'm going to show you this because time factors. So check is first move. He can't play there. He's still in check. This is not legal. Kings can never touch a king. The king can never touch a king. He only had 1 move, and this is checkmate. Okay? That is a 2 bishops mate, which you have to master, and you will. I'll show you how to do that. And the very last one is called the smothers mate. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to solve this. Black to move and checkmate in 1, because I hate to go over it, and we over by 1 minute. Black to move and checkmate. The next move is checkmate. Now, remember, to check, you have to attack the king first. So think about attack. Calvin, is your hand up? G?
Oh, I know.
Yes, what is it? Jonah, what is it?
Move the black knight next to the white pawn that's below the rook.
Knight to F7. We're going to learn algebraic notation. Very good. That's called a smothers mate. That's a smothers mate. That's what it's called. The king is smothered. Well, the king is smothered. He can't move. Okay. So, so everyone will receive a video of this meeting. So, you can always review it later on. And thanks everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I hope you have learned something from this. And next week, I'll send you the course, what we'll go over next week in your email address. And also I'll post it on the Black Homeschool Chess chess/coding, chess/code Facebook group, which I want everyone to join so that we can grow our community, okay? And no, anyone have any questions at this moment before we end the meeting officially? Okay, so you could close it out, please, Belynda. Just
No, I've learned, you know what, Glenn, what's great is that I haven't played in years, but I've learned so much. Thank you so much. It's so good to see everyone here. And I look forward to playing in a tournament. I really am looking forward to it. So we'll see you
okay,
all next
great.
week. Yeah.
Okay, bye, y'all guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye bye. End the meeting. How we end it. Bye bye, everyone. End this meeting.